Do you remember this story? I think I just did a video about it the other day. Coast Guard member flashes white power hand signal on TV. You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. NBC News has said it is definitively a white power hand signal. The only problem is that it is so common, literally everybody uses it for a bunch of different things. For one, it literally means okay. Okay, scuba divers use it. Deaf people use it. It's also the circle game where you flash the sign and then you punch someone if they look, right? It literally means okay. It's also apparently some like fraternity hand sign, all right? But let's take a look at just where we're at, right? We have this, and now we have this meme from Act.tv. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses, and they show all these cops making the okay sign on their legs. The okay sign on your leg is literally the punching game or whatever it's called. You put the okay sign on your leg, someone looks down, you punch them. That's probably what these cops were doing because they thought it was funny. But apparently now, the okay hand sign is literally, it literally does mean white power, I guess. So you know what? I have a question. Yeah, I tweeted about this. If it is true, according to NBC News, it is a white power hand signal, as you can see, then why does Google and Apple have it as an emoji on their keyboards? That would mean that Apple and Google literally have a white power hand gesture in their keyboards. Well, I'll tell you the reason why they do, because it literally doesn't mean white power, but you know what? When NBC reports that it does, there you go. It does. Because what are you going to say? What are you going to say? But then look, you start getting these memes, and now we're going to get into the real nitty-gritty of just why this is so dumb. Because apparently, oh my God, proof, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, white power hand gesture. What is she doing? Now, here's the thing. This is going around, and a lot of people are facetiously implying that Ocasio-Cortez is a white supremacist because she's made this hand gesture. There's photos of Obama, of John Kerry, of Joe Biden, of Hillary Clinton. Yes, Oprah. People make the okay hand sign. They do it. I want to say this though. Look, let me back up. All of these photos with like Clinton and people doing it are from before the hoax started. This photo is from 2013, okay? But I do want to point out that it is kind of weird because I don't understand the context in which she's making the okay hand gesture in this photo with, I think it's her brother or something. But then we can see this comment. I don't know when this comment is from, but it's just 3 okay signs with like an olive skin tone. And that is, what is that? Right? Someone said, ha ha ha, it's cool seeing when famous people's times were much simpler like regular people. So I assume this is new, but somebody found this and commented on Cortez's, I believe. I don't know if that's actually true, but I'm curious as to, I don't know, the context is kind of weird that she's doing that. Now here's the thing. There is a new conspiracy theory. There was a video on Reddit where some kid shoots a 3-pointer, turns around and makes the okay sign. And a couple posts were like, or basically what happens is he turns around, makes the okay sign, then the ball bounces back and hits him in the face. So people were like, haha, that white supremacist got what's coming to him. Some people said, what do you mean? And they said, oh, the okay sign now means white power apparently. But in basketball, it apparently means like a 3-pointer. Here's what someone said. They commented and said, no, the hoax is the hoax. All right, get ready for this one. We've got hoaxception going on. The idea is, they believe 4chan created the post claiming that the okay sign was a white power hand gesture because it really is, and when people call them out, they want to be able to point to that post and say, nope, it was all a hoax and you fell for it. That's the new claim. And one of the comments said, my parents told me it's always meant white power since the 60s. If that is true, and this is what it's a random Reddit post, but some people actually believe it, then you'd have to question why Cortez is doing this. But wait, you'd also have to question why Colin Kaepernick is doing it with this guy right here. You'd also have to question why he did it again, right here. What's he doing? What are you doing? I'm pretty sure that's Colin Kaepernick, and he's making the okay sign. But wait, oh my God. During the Kavanaugh hearing, Cory Booker made the okay sign not once, but twice. Cory Booker, white supremacist confirmed. No, obviously He's not. But here's what ends up happening, okay? Now you have, this is another post I pulled up on Twitter, right-wing hateful hand gestures. Apparently now the OK sign means white power, and yes, people are actually now claiming that the thumbs up means 1-4, because you have 4 fingers and 1 thumb, and that's the 14 words. They say the thumb forms a 1, and there are 4 curled fingers. The 14 words is associated with Nazism and white supremacy. And then, of course, we have 2 genders, self-explanatory. So let me go back to Cortez. Here's the point. Photos like this, they're everywhere. Hillary Clinton's doing it, Barack Obama's doing it. But you actually have people trying to accuse the hoax of being a hoax. And if that's true, then you can reasonably say, oh, they must have known this was true, because I gotta be honest. When you look, here's the thing. Cortez doing the OK sign is kind of weird because I'm not super familiar with, like, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it was normal for me at the time in 2013. Most people who do the OK sign are looking straight into the camera and they're making the gesture on purpose, okay? Cortez is doing it right here. Like the Cory Booker stuff, I understand. He's just talking. He's talking and his hand happens to move a certain way and someone screen grabs it and then accuses him of being a white supremacist a couple times. But what's interesting with this is these photos are after the hoax, okay? So here's another point I want to make before I go back. People are claiming that the OK sign from Cortez and from other people came from before it was being used by white supremacists. But the photo of Cory Booker, this is from like last week, all right, like 2 weeks ago or something. So you can't make the same claim, right? But the other thing I want to point out too is in this photo, he's not looking down to the camera, he's not making the gesture, he's not trying to like symbolize something. But Cortez is. So let's be real. The OK sign does not mean white power. It doesn't. If you were going to actually try and break down what the OK hand gesture actually means, I would say it is a tribal signifier. You are saying you are not regressive, period. The OK sign is used by like Kekistani anti-SJWs, classic liberals. It is used by white supremacists. It is, but it doesn't mean white power. It literally means we're not you. That's what it means. Because when you make the hand sign, you are separating yourself from them. You are aligning yourself with a group of people, and you don't care if they think you're racist when you do it. That's the other important thing. It also signifies that you care so little about what these people believe that you're willing to make the sign to trigger them. We saw the thing with Zena Bash. I think the reason this Coast Guard did this is because of what happened with Zena Bash, right? She was the woman sitting behind Brett Kavanaugh, and she just had her arms crossed, and then people accused her of being a white supremacist, and then she did it again the next day. And I think this guy knew it was going to generate some kind of controversy, so he did. And thus, we now have the continuing controversy. But I want to point something out, too. I mean, look at this. This is from the other day. They're now saying all these cops are white supremacists. They're equating it to like, oh, it's Rage Against the Machine lyrics. Here's where it actually comes from. Why do people make the OK hand sign? Because Trump does it. There's this video where they gender swapped Hillary and Trump. They had a woman, they memorized the debates, they like scripted them out, and then a woman played Trump and a man played Hillary. The idea was that by doing so, they would show that Trump's behavior would never be tolerated if it came from a woman. It actually found the opposite. People thought the behavior of Hillary, even when done by a man, was weird, creepy, smug, always smiling and just smug and elitist. And the behavior Trump had, in my opinion, seeing the woman do it, I actually found it to be less abrasive, right? But the reason I bring this up is that in this, the actors who were impersonating, the actress who was impersonating Trump, who was mimicking his speech at the debate, kept making the OK hand sign. And thus, this is how it came to be. Trump speaks, he talks with his hand, and he goes like this, and then he makes the OK sign while he's speaking. He's not like flashing it around or anything, he just talks that way. So a bunch of people started doing it. And then they started posing in photos doing it because that's what Trump does. And then 4chan thought it would be funny to say, hey, let's make the OK sign mean, white power. And now we have this. Now thumbs up. 2 genders. There's actually a bunch more. Someone posted this paper showing every different letter of the sign language alphabet. And I think the funniest one was they actually said 2 genders, which is V in sign language. I'm sorry, no. I believe that's U. I could be wrong, but whatever. They said that 2 fingers up meant hail victory. Yes, I believe this meant hail victory. Like, two genders. The two genders things is like two and then a G. But this is where we've gotten. Congratulations, 4chan. NBC News has definitively asserted it means white power, and thus back to my original point. It is time for Apple and Google to purge this hateful symbol from their smartphones, from their keyboards. It should be purged from the internet, and now it is a dedicated symbol to white power in these keyboards. But you don't want to know why that's so silly, and I'm kidding, obviously. Because when you let people claim, when you let NBC News say this without correction, it only takes 4chan to decide once again to make whatever hand gesture they want mean something offensive. And then if enough people start taking photos of themselves doing it, all of a sudden, boom. You have literally ceded control to 4chan. Congratulations, if that's what you wanted. But here we are. Anyway, whatever. Stick around. I got another video coming up in just a few minutes.